Placement department. Their efforts contribute significantly to the solution as a whole. And this year, we have a big round of applause to the training and placement department Dr. Venkatesh Alpati, Ms. Radha Urja,
ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಸರ್ ಚಾರ್ಜರ್
ಸರ್
Professor
ಸರ್ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ನೇಮ್
ಸರ್ ಹೋಗಿ ಸರ್ ನಾನು ಆಚೆ ಹೋಗಿ
ನೇಮ್ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಸರ್
Thank you all and enjoy this.
ಇದು ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳ್ತದೆ ಇಡಲ್ಲ ಬನ್ನಿ
Thank you now for sharing your achievements of our seniors. It truly
Sir,
inspires
the link
and
is open.
motivates us to work harder towards securing positions with long-term plans.
Now, the time has arrived to add some dignity to the dais. It's the time to invite our chief guest. Now, I would like to call upon Mr. Satish Narayan Swami, Trustee, Agri Foundation, to introduce our chief guest for today, who is highly successful and has achieved an ever-evolving technology industry.
Ola Financial, part of the L&D Group, is a large New York-based financial firm. Sharda is an industry veteran with 3 decades of experience in finance and breadth of our ever-evolving technology industry. She has extensive experience in managing large businesses and operations, service delivery, and digital transformation. She spent 21 years at Wipro in various roles in delivery, pre-sales, sales, and as a business. She handled customers across US, Europe, Middle East, Africa, and Asia. Sharda's strengths are in building and maintaining strong customer relationships, stakeholders, and people management. As the head of OIA India, she is privileged in the operations, built a strong collaboration, and camaraderie, and accelerated journey of a strong capabilities. Sharda is a big advocate of environmental sustainability and has leveraged her position for a cleaner planet both in and outside the organization. She is passionate about nurturing the pictures garden and gets her hands dirty on the floor. She is also a painter and just learned that she's an artist as well. Please join me in the chief guest, Sharda Narayan.
Thank you, sir, for such a wonderful introduction. Now, I would like to call Dr. Venkatesh Alpati, Principal, Director, AIMS IBS, to welcome our chief guest with a memento. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
It is a great honor to invite our chief guest, Ms. Sharada Nandakumar, CEO, via India, to deliver the inaugural address to the gathering. Good morning, everyone. May I hear a good, big, loud good morning from all of you? Thank you, and good morning, and thank you for giving this opportunity to be here today with this bright young minds. And thank you, Satish, and Dr. Venkatesh, and all the dignitaries. It gives me a lot of energy when I am with a very young crowd. Anirudh and Savitri were there at my to accompany me, and I really loved the conversation of an hour and a half when I was on my way along with them. It just gives me an idea of how this generation moves, what was our generation. So you'll hear a lot about my experiences and what I think and what I observe today with students, what's a good way to move forward and so on and so forth. But I'm really honored to be here addressing you all today. The incoming batch of 24-26 of MBA, the graduate students of 24-27, the bellwethers, the trailblazers, good morning to all of you, and it's really a pleasure to be talking to you all today. First of all, let me congratulate this class, as well as the parents who are sitting to my right. Just as much as these students have worked hard to be here at this esteemed institute, I think the parents have equally worked very hard to get their children here. So a big applause to all of you that your children are here today at this esteemed organization, because the more and more I talk to the staff, the trustees, the dignitaries here, I just feel that this is a beautiful and very strong values, and I'm sure all that is something which you will imbibe in the next 2 years or 3 years of your time here. I can also see the connect, the excitement, the confidence of this entire class here today. The journey which is lying ahead for each of you on your faces. I stand here in front of this new age cohort. I call it new age. It is truly a new age. And I ask myself, what can I possibly say that would be interesting to the brightest young minds who are sitting here in front of me, the brightest young minds of this country going forward? Well, there are a few things I would first like to share with you, and I do hope that you would find it useful. First, I would like to share with you the amount of fun I have had in the last 3 decades of my career. This was and will always be at the core of my personal and professional journey. I would also like to share with you my enthusiasm and optimism for the opportunity that you as a generation have in our country. My generation was a very fortunate one. We participated in the dawn of New India. Your generation, in my view, is even more fortunate because you are in the journey of seeing the high noon of New India. So why is it that I enjoyed the last decades so much? The sheer variety of things that I do, and I know Anirudh was asking me on the way, what is it which made you go along this journey? But it is all about creating and building new businesses, multiple roles which I donned, the different geographies that I was handling, and the culture. My wildest dreams, I don't think I could have asked for more from life. How many of you have seen the movie Three Idiots? Yes, if you have not seen, I would be surprised. What does Amir Khan say at the end of the movie? Focus on your work, focus on your success, focus on your work, and success and money will follow you. So that is the अपने काम पर ध्यान दो, पैसे आ जाएंगे, success आ जाएगी, हम आ जाएंगे. So you need to just focus with diligence. You have to do your hard work smart. After my graduation, I had a dilemma that what subject should I major in? And these were some of the questions I was discussing with the students whom I came with. But those were the days when we were grappling, the world was grappling with computers. We were just introduced. I think post-graduation in computer science, and lucky that I was, we faced the Y2K era. I don't know if you have even heard of it, the year 2000. That was an era which we all have faced, and you should go back and read about what was Y2K. I have faced recession 3 times in my career: 2001, 2002, 2009, 2010, and the slowdown of the technology and IT industry years later. But we all emerged stronger every time. Every time that we go down, it was always a rise for us. We all came up again. While with various companies such as the Times of India and Wipro, where I spent most of my career, my focus was always outcome-driven, customer friendliness, and people-driven focus for the company. Being given empowerment at all stages, keeping up with technology and evolution trends, being in organizations that recognized me on my merit and also my peers and my colleagues. Sky was the limit, and it was up to me how to use these moments to my advantage and reach my position at my current organization at Voya Financial. Now, why am I sharing all these with you? The reason is, as you prepare for your entry into the business world, I'm sure all of you are already thinking of what next. What should I focus on? Which company should I join? What should I major in? I think it is important to know that we live in a time of unprecedented change. Disruptions are not just inevitable, they are constant. And think about the rise of fintech, financial technology companies, the impact of AI, the impact of Gen AI, and the transformation which is brought out by digital platforms. Companies like Uber, Ola, Airbnb, they have revolutionized entire industries by leveraging technology and innovative business. These companies did not follow trends, they created them by thinking differently and taking bold risks. The latest companies which comes to my mind is Blinkit. How many of you have used Blinkit? You have, then you forgotten there is no oil in the kitchen. We call up Blinkit. You have your delivery which is done in 10 minutes. You have Zepto. Now Blinkit is saying they are going to deliver in 10 minutes. Last week I was reading about iPhone 16. People are standing at all the showrooms in long queues to buy the iPhone 16, and Big Basket, BB Now, and Blinkit and Zepto said, hey, why are you standing in the queues? We will deliver to you in 10 minutes. Right? So that is how the world is changing. That is how technology is changing. That is how the digital transformation in India is happening. Our dear Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, last year during the World Economic Forum, he said that 45% of the world's digital transactions are today done in India. And, yeah. And that is the opportunity which India gives to you. We have the vegetable seller, we have the limbu wala, palak, spinach, greens, vegetable selling. And you don't today take out, even if I have cash, they don't have change, right? Because everything is digital. And I was seeing the news yesterday evening, and they were saying that this whole Zepto, Blinkit, BB Now, all this not, these kinds of digital 10-minute delivery is not working out in other countries. Why? Because their digital platforms are not strong. People are not as connected as in India. Okay, here you have the Zomatos, the Swiggies, the BB Basket, and all this, which are very strongly connected through digital platforms, and that is one of the technology revolutions which is happening in the world, in the country, and India is far, far ahead of what we even think. And every day, if you observe, if you watch the business news, you will learn a lot about it in terms of what's changing in the digital world and how we can take advantage of it. So that's how the world is getting disrupted. Now, coming to innovation, it is important that budding business leaders, you will become budding business leaders, entrepreneurs, you will be joining companies. But what should be on top of your mind is innovation. It is the lifeblood of any organization. It is not about creating new products. but about improving your process and finding ways to solve your problems. Steve Jobs once said, innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower. You can be a follower. What makes you a leader is innovation, and that is how Steve Jobs disrupted the world. I don't know if you all have used the BlackBerry. Maybe the team sitting on the stage would have, and some of you would have used the BlackBerry. We were very pleased when we were using Blackberries for our emails. But then Steve Jobs came and then he brought this whole smartphones, iPods, which you were hearing for music. You didn't need to take your headphones, those big ones, which we used to use earlier. But that is a revolution which he brought, and that was all about innovation and how you think differently. At Voya, I just wanted to give an example that we have embraced robo-advisors and machine learning to enhance our financial services. And the reason I'm also sharing this with you is you will move from your campus to corporates. And you will see that there is a lot of this innovation and technological changes which companies are investing money into. We invest a lot into research and development. And we are trying to move, as latest technology comes in, we try to learn more. Whether you go into the manufacturing industry, you go into the financial industry, you go into banks, today you cannot ignore technology because technology is the platform which will help every industry, whether it is defense, whether it is railways, whether it is energy, whether it is power, whether it is in the biotech industry and so on, you will see that technology lies behind all of this. While innovation and creativity are essential, I would like to emphasize the importance of discipline. It is a bedrock that ensures ideas are executed effectively. Discipline in time management, strategic planning, and execution will set you apart. Remember, discipline is a bridge between goals and accomplishment. So discipline is something which you need to bring into you, and which is what I said at the beginning. What are the values? Choose 3 or 4 values which you want to imbibe into yourself when you leave this institute. What is it which you're going with to your corporate life? There are values and disciplines and a few things which you need to take with you. Collaboration. While you're all here together, I think collaboration is extremely important, whether you're at this institute or whether you're in your corporate life. Building strong networks, working effectively with diverse teams is crucial. At Voya, collaboration between departments and external partners has been key to our success. I just want to share one more thing with you. How do you support? We talk about camaraderie. What is camaraderie about? Camaraderie is about helping each other, supporting each other. It is possible that you are good at a project, someone else is not so good. Go and help them. We do that even at our workplace. Build the best networks, the best friendships here in this college. I and my husband, my daughters, they've all, we've also done a lot of our, we've done our post-graduation courses from various institutes. They share their networks even today. 40 years after the graduation, they still go on an outing every year. Of course, the first 20 years, probably everybody was busy with their careers. But today, they go every year to Goa. Every July is a time I know that my husband is not there for a week because the alumni gets together and they spend a week together. But these are the best friendships which you will build at this institute. So enjoy the time that you have here together between each one of you. As I said about values, I think it's all about integrity, accountability, and excellence. Integrity is core to your values. Me having been, and I was just sharing with Satish and others, what matters most is your culture, your values, your integrity. I spent 20 plus years with Wipro, and under the leadership of Mr. Azim Premji, who is one of the richest men of India, but he is the biggest philanthropist also. And the culture which he built, the integrity values which he built into us, with zero tolerance to any error which is made on integrity, that is how we have grown in our careers. And we carry it with us even today in any organization, whether it is in personal life or whether it is in your professional life. So carry these values with you. The next topic which I wanted to cover was on diversity, and I want to directly talk to the female population, with students who are sitting here today. So one is, of course, it is heartening to see so many women students, so many female students who are sitting here today. You have a unique perspective and potential that the world needs. Don't let any barriers limit your aspirations. Your presence in this room for the female students just signifies not just ambition but also resilience and determination. The business world is changing, more opportunities will come in for women. There are more opportunities which are available for women than even before. Wanted to give an example of how we at our company propagate female employees. We are almost about 42% of our employee base is today women. And we propagate female leaders, we want them to come up in their careers. We have a lot of flexibilities which we have created because we have seen that when females join, when they join us from campuses, we have more than 50%. We almost have 55% of our students who join us from campuses, that's about 55%. But as the years go by, we see that that female population reduces to almost about 30%. So why do women give up their jobs? So it's a lot of struggle. Yeah, females get married, they have their children, they have nobody to look at. But we have examples in our own company where we have given a lot of those flexibility to female leaders, saying that don't quit your jobs, we will give you a little bit of flexibility, but continue that. There are a lot of bottlenecks which will come, but never give up. Just continue your careers, continue. Home will get taken care of. So I think that is one point which I would definitely leave with the female leaders. At Goya, we have 3 female CEOs out of 4. One has just got resigned. Our global CEO is a female. We have the industry management CEO who is a female, who is just resigned, getting another person. Myself as a woman leader, they wanted a woman leader, and that's how Goya follows what they preach or what they have as their values. Diversity and inclusion is a part of our core values. While I talk about all of that, I should also share my experience with you all. There were skeptics who doubted my capabilities, not just because I was young, but also because I was a woman. I would be sitting in a room where there are probably 8 males and 1 female, which is in that room. But during those moments, I drew strength from the incredible women who came in before me, from their stories of perseverance. The glass ceiling can be easily broken. Like Indra Nooyi said, the glass ceiling will go away when women help other women break through that ceiling, be that woman. So, one woman helping the other woman, that is what we need in today's world. While we talk about a lot of these values, don't forget to serve that community. We at Goya, again, whenever we have some of these social responsibilities, so as we have a forum which is called the Goya Cares, we call it the Goya Cares, which is our CSR responsibility. While you are all working, you are enjoying your life, there are some in this world who are not so blessed as much as you. So we take pride in helping children, we take pride in helping women We take pride in helping. Even we have also gone to many animal organizations, pet animals, and so on. How do you help and give it back to society? Start it at a young age, and you will find a lot of pleasure and happiness. Take out your weekends, spend just 2 3 hours going and volunteering for social responsibilities, going into these orphanages. Senior citizens, they all need your help. They just need a hand. They just need a word from you, which will help them. But believe me, starting it at a young age, giving it back to society, gives you a lot of that happiness as you move along in your career, in your corporate life, in your businesses. It will help you a lot because this is a kind of giving back to society and giving back to community. Now, let me come to the last section of what I want to say today to you all. I just want to say that don't restrict yourself. You might fail, but fail early in the cycle. And when we run our projects, we always say, in your project, take all kinds of risks, but fail in the beginning, you can redo it. There can be one opportunity, there can be two opportunities, but what is the key to these projects? Because you will do a lot of those. Whatever kind of projects, whatever kind of consulting you're doing, planning is very important, execution is very important, but don't worry, don't have the risk, don't have the fear of failure. Take risks. You're young, you can take risks on projects, you can take whatever decision, but definitely you can, rise above it. I would also like to say that, our generation was a different one. We have seen floppy disks. We have seen, okay, let me just give you a very interesting example. My son and my father-in-law was there, and my father-in-law was once explaining to my son that, you know what, we had landline phones. Today you all have mobiles. We had landline phones, and it took us almost 1.5 years to get a landline phone. Can anyone relate to it today? No, right? You can't relate to it. But we used to take a year and a half to get phones. So my son asked my father-in-law, and this is a real incident which happened, and we still tease him about it. He said, "What? You didn't have money to buy a landline phone? Is that so?" So then my father-in-law said, "No, my dear boy, it was all about the waiting list. We had a long waiting list, and we used to get our landline phones after a year and a half, 2 years." Many of us can relate to it. But that was the generation which we all were in. We have seen floppy disks. We have seen Kodak reels. How many of you have seen Kodak reels? Photo reels? No? I think here, yes, from here. But you guys wouldn't have seen. But that was again a failure. Earlier I was talking about disruption and innovation. I don't know how many of you know the story of Kodak. Kodak was the leader on these camera reels. So we used to take those camera photographs, go to the photo shop and get those reels developed, and we used to have those, you will see your parents' photographs on albums, right? Today you have it all on your phones. But why Kodak is not anywhere today? Because Kodak did not adopt the latest technology. They didn't go into digital camera. They said, "Oh no, nobody can surpass us. We are the leaders in all these camera reels and this particular industry." But they got bankrupt overnight because they didn't adapt to technology. They didn't, just take any steps on getting there. So it's all about that. Why didn't they adapt to the newer technology? So there are many such stories. Same thing with BlackBerry. Blackberries today we don't have, and the iPhones came again. They took a long time to adapt to new technology. So those are some of the things when you don't adapt to change. You have to change. You have to change with time. You have to change with technology. You have to learn that. And I'm sure your parents must be asking you more about technology. Help them out. Because I go to my daughter and my son often to ask them questions about, hey, what is this new thing which has come? Because you guys are more, you have access to knowledge, you have the internet today, you have the Google today, which in our generation we didn't have, but we learned it other way. So definitely, you should help out whoever needs that. I know you're going to get a lot of advice today, but be open, be hopeful is what I would say, and be impatient. Don't be patient. It's okay to be impatient when you need to learn new things. Why am I not getting this? Why am I not learning? If you do that, history will remember the class of 24-26, 24-27, and
Now, I would like to invite Dr. Venkatesh Algiri, Trustee, Atlas Foundation, and Principal Director, AIMS IBS, to appreciate, recognize, and honor Team AIMS IBS, visiting faculty, and trainers.
Respected dignitaries on the dais, students, parents, teenage ideas. This is one of the special moments for all of us. The management of Teenage Ideas Business School and Active Foundation Trust and Active Technology. This is the day that we wait for. Not because we start a new batch, it's because we get a chance and an opportunity to honor the team which has crafted AIMS IBS to this level that will explain to you rankings and credentials. Thank you very much for Team AIMS IBS and the external trainers who are our life friends. Let me acknowledge. On behalf of AIMS IBS management and all the well-wishers of AIMS IBS management, I once again acknowledge the contribution, their effort, their creativity, the time that they put in building AIMS IBS. So I take this pleasure to invite each member on the stage to receive the honor from AIMS IBS management. To begin with, I'd like to start with academic team. We have with us Dr. Richard Reddy, who spent almost 30 years and doesn't need much interaction. Everybody is spoken about it. I request our chief guest to do the honors for all the members. I need to take trouble for that. Dr. Richard Reddy, please. Dr. Sainath sir, you joined us recently and you are helping them building a quality and accreditation process. Thank you very much for joining us, sir. Dr. Kaveri Madam, who has been instrumental in initiating a lot of things at AIMS IBS. Dr. Vasant Kumar is very well active. We have speaker madam, instrumental in heading the events, the event coordinator, Speaker Kalu. Dr. Amma Shankar sir, who is here to bless the occasion, please come sir.
Sir, can you get the helmet? Huh? I will get so I'll take it.
Professor V.V. Rao, teaching statistics and operations, is very popular. is heading UG department. Professor Ivona Das from UG department. Mr. Ravindra Behra. We have with us the trainers, mentors, resource persons who come from industry to help us to grow. Sri Yogi Anish, and I request Yogi Anish sir. We have Mr. Mahesh from UG department. Recently joined us. Mahesh. Mr. Sujit Jha, who is from Success Alphabet, running the line of training us. Yeah, Mr. Manish Jha, head of career car, who is helping you to build your career too, resume building. We have with us Mr. Abhilash, who is training you for aptitude. We have team Artha Chanakya, Mr. Rahul and team, and I request all the team members of Artha Chanakya to come, all the team members. Yeah, let me start with the internal team members. We have with us the training and placement department, Mr. Srikanth. Ms. Radha Oja. Ms. Shantini. We have our librarian sir, Jagannath Narayan Swami. Professor Rajshekhar sir, teaching Gada. We have Professor Sablish, Business Analytics, Visiting Professor. Professor Ravi, Administration and University Relations, Ravi Kumar Singh. We have with us revenue generation team who are always focused and been working with us since many years. Great appreciation to all the admissions and revenue generation teams of UG and PG department. I would like to call one by one. Can I invite Mr. Sandeep? Kalei. Miss Radha. Can I invite Miss Radha? Sunita.
उनके बारे में ये बात निकल कर आई कि पढ़ाई की है मैंने खुद वीडियो बनाई इससे पहले और मैं तो अपडेट थी वहाँ पर आपको बताया जो है और उनको चक्कर भी आए वहाँ पर मौजूद नहीं थे कि इनकी पिटाई इसलिए हुई कि क्योंकि आ गए थे और मैं वहाँ पर गिरने की हालत हो गया था जितने भी जितने वहाँ पर पुलिसकर्मी थे उन्होंने मेरी मदद की और उसमें जो भी पॉसिबल साइड
Discovery. Mr. Vikas for documentation and processing. Now next important thing, very important for us, Mr. Prakash Raj. Prakash Raj. Mr. Krishnamurthy. Vikrama Annapurna Janki. We have with us Mr. Charan Kumar, who is helping us in the library setup. Mr. Charan Kumar, please. Thank you very much, madam, for all the team members. Team members, once again, thank you for being with us all the time. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, and thank you, ma'am, for honoring all the visiting faculty, professors, and all the non-teaching staff.
Now, the time has come. I guess all my new MBA batchmates are very curious to know what might be their batch name. So, a name represents identity, a deep feeling, and holds tremendous significance to its owners. Now, it is the time to unveil the identity for the batch of 2024 MBA and UG. With a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, I would request our chief guest to join the hands with Mr. Hemant Kumar, Trustee, ACLU Foundation, Ms. Ramya, Director, ACLU Technologies, to unveil the identity of the new batch. Let the countdowns begin. In 3, 2, 1. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. And thank you all. Now we request Richard, Joshua, and Krupa to take forward the role.
Thank you, Kirti and Dhanushri. Good afternoon, everyone. I, Richard Joshua,
And I, Krupa,
take this opportunity in hosting the remaining part of the program. The journey ahead will demand hard work and determination. But remember, all the late nights and early mornings will surely pay off. At AIMS IBS, we are proud to provide an environment where students are empowered to grow, to explore, and to push beyond the limits of their talents. And the future belongs to those who dare to dream and persevere.
as we move forward together, it's a time to commit ourselves to the journey of learning and self-improvement. I now request our chief guest to kindly administer the student pledge and the commitment oath to our MBA, BCA, BCom, and BBA new batch students. So, I kindly request all the new batch students to rise. Please do stand for the commitment oath. I request our chief guest to honor.
Hello. Okay, here we are. Repeat after me. I, say your name, here. Solemnly pledge to uphold the values of this esteemed institution and to commit myself wholeheartedly to my academic pursuits. I promise to approach learning with curiosity, dedication and integrity, respecting the ideas and opinions of others. I will be a responsible member of this academic community, treating my fellow students, faculty and staff with respect and kindness. I will be diligent in my studies and always strive for excellence. As a member of this college, I will actively participate in extracurricular activities, aiming to contribute positively to the campus community and beyond. With these commitments in mind, I pledge to be a responsible, compassionate, and engaged student, helping to create an environment conducive to learning, growth, and personal development.
For every student present here, this is indeed a special day. A day that marks the beginning of a new an exciting chapter in your lives. You are stepping into a new journey filled with challenges, milestones.
Repeatedly do. Excellence is not a act, but a habit. So, make the excellence a habit, and success will naturally follow you. And in science, we believe that nurturing is not only done in your education, but that it is also in
Dignitaries on the dais, respected parents, students of all the batches, you and world. So this I noticed, probably I have a bad habit of noticing as a teacher what students do mistake. Okay. It's not a mistake, it is holding yourself for some time. While taking oath, I was observing some of you started very strongly like this. Then after a few seconds, started moving your hands down. Then this shoulder came up. Some of you who did it are smiling within themselves. And I could also notice some of the students changed the hand. Right hand came down and left hand came up. This time the context is different. It is not your mistake. It is our mistake that we did not give you a chance to take oath every day morning. Otherwise, you would have had a practice. Yes or no? You guys students. Yes or no? Good. The context is very simple. One psychologist entered a classroom with a glass of water in a hand, holding like this. So he asked students to hold the glass and asked them to share the experience. The student said, "Sir, we were trying our best to hold it for a long time, but it was paining." And then he explains, there are two contexts to it, there are two dimensions to it. When you have something negative in your mind, don't hold it for a long time, otherwise it pains. Then the students are very curious to know what is the other dimension. So when you have a set agenda, set priority, set goal, set aspiration, set ambition in your life, try holding it till the time you achieve it. Right? And both of these dimensions have a great relevance today. It's because you keep facing panicking situations in your life, and we are here to set your agenda today, probably in later part of my speech. So I would request all the students of your batch practice holding the glass and taking both the dimensions, that is positive and negative. Coming back to what she spoke in 25 minutes, probably it is 2 years of mini MBA for students. It was very clear, and it was sounding to me like a mini MBA for the students. I was reading a book called as 10-Day MBA long back. Probably she wrote a new book which is 25 minutes MBA for all of you. She covered everything. And it was so interesting for everybody, students and parents, even all of us were sitting on the stage. The kind of diverse points that she had, starting from life, personality, technology changes, examples, and so concluding what I only remember one or two, that fail early, very, very important. Failing early is very, very important. It's because you have a chance to come up and bounce back. That's the reason you need to fail early. So coming back to my speech today. So last year when I started speaking, it was 1:45 and everybody was looking at their watches and the dining table. This is not that, this is what before that. That doesn't mean that I'm going to take a lot of time, but I will not allow you to go out of this one unless I speak what I want to do. Very clear from my side. Okay? So friends, next 15 minutes, please concentrate what I speak. So I would say this is a great Triveni Sangam today. You know what is Triveni Sangam? Three rivers, Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati, joining at Prayagraj, making it a holy place. And today this is also a holy place because we have three important stakeholders joining here. Number one, parents. Number two, students. Number three, IBS. So, when we're joining here, we know that there's a particular agenda that's going to be fulfilled for the next few years. And we are sure we're going to achieve it without any problem. So before I really get into what I wanted to share with all of you, I would like to appreciate a few people on this occasion. Number one, I would like to appreciate Team IBS for hosting a wonderful program. Let's have a great round of applause for all the Team IBS people. Number two, you must appreciate the super seniors or as benefits who are not in good number today. It's because they're not here, they're in the company, they're working. They're in the final semester and most of them are working, as Madam spoke about the placement. They're experiencing life in the corporate. Those of you who have come here, I think I was able to see Rachit Shetty and team from Velvetas team representing the entire Velvetas. Please appreciate Velvetas for having great interviews with great interviews. I also would like to appreciate the trailblazers of MBA and BCom batches. Yes. Last 3-4 weeks, campus is like a festival. So everyone is busy, all the classrooms are busy, people are fighting for the classrooms, sound systems, space. I am sitting quiet in my cabin doing nothing. I don't have anything to do. So, except watching sometimes CCTV where what is happening, which is a bad habit, which I don't believe in. But I was not having anything, so I was watching, but it was bringing me such an inspiration that when I was watching all of you doing something from the CCTV, I got that positivity, I got that vibrancy, I got that positive mood. Yes, we are going to head towards a great day on 28th of September. And this day is because of great efforts of organizing committee, CRs, trailblazers, NDA, PG, UG, all the batches. Let's have a great round of applause for the batch. Yeah, nice points. Madam spoke about generations. Why this generation is very, very important. So I have a solid reason to tell you in a most simplest way why you are blessed and why you are explaining it. I will go back to my past. Let me connect from the past. 300 years ago, India's global trade was 25%. Contribution of global trade from India was 25%, and today, of course, we are at 5%. And those days, India was called as center of learning, economic power, central world, and most frequently it was called as Soni Ki Chidiya. I don't know how many of you are aware about this song which talks about Soni Ki Chidiya. So next 2 decades, that's 1719 and 1890, we all know what happened, what went wrong, and we came down to a global trade contribution to the 4% from 25%. Today, we are not much paid with respect to global trade contribution, that's just still a 5%. Where India is today 5th largest economy. Yes or no? You are in. We are heading towards becoming 3rd largest economy, probably China, other countries, coming way. And we have all the symptoms of this thing happening. The evidence of this is today we are $3.5 trillion economy. And probably years from now we can reach $10-12 trillion economy. And the biggest advantage for India today is if you compare the consuming class of India, which is double the US, this is a great opportunity. And whole world is looking at India from a different dimension. Because of the tectonic changes that are happening to our country in terms of technology, in terms of demographics, in terms of anything and everything that you take, your generation is going to witness that. You have massive opportunities. You are in this country, in this generation, where you will have a great opportunities to explore in your career. And that's the reason you must celebrate today with a great round of applause to yourself for being born in India and being born in this generation. Calls for connecting to India. It calls for your generation will change careers 4 to 5 times in 3 decades of your career. That means not the job, careers. That means every 5 years, you have to reach yourself in a career. It's not that you want to do of the situation of you growing. And that is the reason, my dear friends, you are in a great time, in a great country, in a fantastic generation. And this happens only once in 15 generations. And you are not witnessing the growth. Congratulations to all of you for witnessing this generation. Hey, coming down to parents, the most important stakeholders who are here to bless us and giving us the great abilities to serve your children in a better way. And this situation, this photograph will always be there with us. We remember you and your faces, your eyes, your question marks, your concerns for the next 2 years, and which will inspire us to do the great service to your children. And I'm sure they will have a great career to go ahead from inside years. It is not that I'm just saying it like that. I have different kinds of evidences to it. We have technical evidences. For example, we have 8,000 plus alumni from 22 batches. We have you, guiding you, blessing you is a dream. And moreover, we have great management, which is by choice, which is by intention, which is by clear vision, has entered into this education 8 years. So please have great confidence in us, and we are sure that you will not have any concerns for having the people who have set about the inside this. So I request all the students in this hall and the dignitaries on the dais to give a great round of applause to all the parents who are here to the work of the students. Now students, new students. I always talk about 2 important rules that your students, probably some of your students know about it. One is 80-20 game. You know 80-20 principle? Pareto principle? Pareto rule? Okay. 80-20 says 80% of the outputs are a result of 20% of the inputs in the given situation. Right? What is going to happen to you in the next 2 years is how is that you're going to put your efforts. That's the great efforts of 20% to make 80% out of it. That means we have everything. We have skills, we have missiles, we have guns, we have everything as a team. But are you ready? It's because to train you, you must sustain our training. That's the reason Mahan Chanakya said it is better to bleed in the training than bleeding in the war. Or it is better to sweat in the training than bleeding in the war. That means the kind of training that you're going to undergo for the next 2 years, so that you don't bleed when you join a company like what a company that are hiring you. So better prepare now, and we are prepared to do the training, and you should be prepared to receive the training and reciprocate in such a way that we don't do any mistakes. Then I have a second rule called as 2:30. A very interesting rule. This is Dr. Venkatesh IBS rule, not Pareto principle. 2 years of your life in IBS is going to decide 30 years of your career. I keep telling this to my students, right? 2 roommates getting a job in IBS placement, right? One gets 5 lakhs, the other gets 10 lakhs, one more roommate gets rejected in 5 interviews. This is the fact. Yes or no? Yes or no, my dear friends? Someone who starts with 5 lakh annual CTC, after 5 years will be 10 lakhs. Someone who starts with 10 lakh, after 5 years probably 20 lakhs. Why this gap? Yeah, we'll calculate in the calculator later. Why this gap? Why someone starts at 5 lakh, why someone starts at 10 lakh, why someone starts at 15 lakhs? The gap is because the kind of sweat, the kind of efforts that you all put in before you really enter the interviews. The biggest worry for us is not bringing companies, my dear friends, because last 22 years we have been bringing companies. This is just a left-hand job for us. We don't have any problem in bringing companies. The biggest problem for us is how many get selected in today's interview. In our life, we don't get sleep on the day when we don't have any selection from one company that hires from the campus. At least 1, 2, 3, 10 should get offer letter when the company comes in. That is what I'm trying to say is, as a team aims IBS, as a management aims IBS, we are trying to parallelly dream with you. Probably the difference is you dream at night, we dream in the day. So my request, start dreaming the day with us. Start working with us. Start putting your best efforts with us. The secret of 2:30 rule is work with us. Cooperate with us. Make sure you get what you expect from the campus. My speech is very specific to you getting a campus into and over. Make 2:30 rule productive. Put your effort so that your 30 years is going to be fantastic. You have to make compare where I study, where my friend studies. We are talking in a room in the morning about luxury cars being at home. Right? Your children talk about which car I have, which car you have. These things doesn't matter at a particular level for all the children, but at level it matters. Right? We won't. Somebody said that what you have makes your lifestyle better. Of course, you have to have a lifestyle. Take your career and take the best advantage of our efforts by putting your efforts. Can I expect this from all of you? New students, tailgazers. How many months more to attend interviews? I know some of you make a mimicry of time. Search test. How many months more are remaining? Right? Yes or no? Some of your friends make a mimicry. I know that. Okay. So please work on 2:30 rule. Now when we go to the next part, the new students will not just happen like this. Right? We need to undergo a lot of hardships. We need to undergo a lot of beatings. We need to undergo a lot of habits. We need to undergo a lot of reskilling, upskilling, unskilling, whatever. Then only it happens. And that's the reason today I would like to take the help of one of the important to tell you what it is. It doesn't just apply to MBA, it doesn't just apply to students, it applies to every one of us in this particular hall. Okay? It goes like this. I don't know how many of you understand Hindi. All of you understand Hindi? Are you sure? Of course, I'll explain the same thing in English again. I'm not very good at saying. सोने को जितनी आग लगे उतना जैसा बनना है तो सूरज नदियों से आग पाना है तो पर्वत छोड़ निकलना होगा. When we sit across the river, निकलना होगा. When we sit across the river, the bank of the river, we feel so good about it. Am I right? We feel so pleasant about it. We just sit for half an hour, keep observing the water. But if you don't know the pain, then water flows, the river flows so calmly, giving you a pleasant feeling. It would have crossed the biggest mountains. Right? नदियों जैसा आदर पाना है तो पर्वत छोड़ निकलना होगा. You need to have that courage to come out of the mountains, breaking the mountain barriers. और हम आदम के बेटे हैं. आदम के बेटे हैं मतलब हम धरती पर उत्कृष्ट प्राणी हैं. We are the best and intelligent animal on the earth. और हम आदम के बेटे हैं. क्यों सोचे राह सरल होगा. कुछ ज्यादा वक्त लगेगा पर संघर्ष जरूर सफल होगा. वो आज नहीं तो कल होगा. हर एक संकट का हल होगा. So this is what right. I don't know who has written this. Hats off to who wrote this. I just copied it and represented as per the situation that is demanded. If you see the first 6 lines of this writer, it is talking about iron, known for strength, sona, gold. You all know. Diamond, known for shining. Mud pot, right? Heated, right? Then dried, then it makes a sound, becomes strong. Suraj, sun, burns himself to give a light, and river flows so calmly after having the great constraints of biggest mountains. All these elements which are explained in this particular writer have a great memory, have a great beating, have a great heating, have a great melting, then they get the actual and original avatar of itself. That means there is nothing shortcut in life. You need to get beatings, you need to get hardships, you need to get hammerings, you need to get meltings. Then only you will shine, then only you will glow. And that is what is truth of. And the last part of the writer says, what do you mean by that? We are the best and most intelligent. A lot of animals, a lot of birds from whom we can learn a lot of lessons. For example, eagle can teach you more than 10 lessons. Right? So, हम आदम के बेटे हैं, क्यों सोचे राह सरल होगा? Why do we think that everything is easy? Every direction is easy. कुछ ज्यादा वक्त लगेगा पर संघर्ष जरूर सफल होगा. For example, first for human beings, today we face a problem, tomorrow we are होगा, वो आज नहीं तो कल होगा, हर एक संकट का हल होगा. My dear friends, you have a problem, you have a difficulties, but every problem is answered with a solution one or the other day. It's because you're the most intelligent animal on the earth. So this is what this particular writer says. So I want all of you to remember this writer, or probably the meaning of this writer in your life, so that you remember and remind of yourself that, okay, I need to get hammerings, beatings, meltings, heatings, then only I can shine. Thanks to the person who has written this, and I'm sure it's going to be a great value addition for all of us, applicable to not only you, for everybody who's in this particular path. Coming to the next point, I see this difficulty in students. The last 22 years of my experience handling students, that is different that I've been enjoying handling students. I always see one important thing happening to students, that they don't want to set agendas. Right? They don't want to set priorities. We can think why students don't want to set agendas. Though we tell these are the agendas, though we tell these are the priorities, but how much do you remember and how do you work on it? There are 2 reasons why you don't set agendas. Number 1, you don't know what are your agendas. Number 2, you know your agendas, you don't want to set it and work on it because you don't have the courage to do it. Both are dangerous. And both these reasons will choke your career. And at AIMS IBS, we have taken a commitment and oath that we will make sure we will set an agenda. Okay, ask your friends, have I set your agenda or not? Trailblazers, you know your agenda, right? In next few months. Yes or no? This is what is the difference. Okay? I was observing one thing in the morning that, okay, those people were in white t-shirt on 28th September last year. Am I right? The next row with the promotion. Yes or no? Promotion, you can see they are wearing blazer, they are well groomed, they have been handling you from morning so nicely. Right? In December, they are going to attend your interviews. Probably by January, if you meet your friends, ask some of them would have. Probably by May, 50% of them would have joined the company. Right? And there is one more set of bellwethers. Any bellwether? Bellwethers? Friends? That's it. Yeah, bellwethers. There is the next difference. Bellwethers are here today with the ID cards of the companies. They are taken off from the companies, attending this program. They are working. They are in the fourth semester. Their fourth semester exams are in December. They will start with a white t-shirt or a green t-shirt, enter into a blazer, and then get into a company ID card. And all this has happened from last 28th September to this 28th September. And this is the visible evidence for you to be confident on it. So, set your agenda. If you don't, we will set your priorities and agenda. We'll make sure you all work for it and achieve what you want to achieve in your life. So before I really wind up, I would like to probably this is a few seconds video. Since there was a digital display and technology implemented, I thought I would show the video. Great round of applause to Snehal, Sagar and team for technically supporting all of us. Leave us silent with us. Forgive the sound you use.
Sachin Tendulkar has been told, do not bowl international. Wasn't that shot? It was just skip through, so to make room to cut. It wasn't successful. Didn't turn this one. Straight on with the hand, hitting the top of off stump. And look at the delight of Brett Hogg. He knows how to celebrate. Ooh.
Okay, cricket lovers, I think 50% students, cricket lovers. Do you remember which is this match? Yeah. This is the match between India and Australia in 2007. 50-over match. And Brad Hall took Sachin Tendulkar's wicket. And he was so excited, so happy, because he took Sachin Tendulkar's wicket. You know what is Sachin Tendulkar, right? Who is Sachin Tendulkar? Yeah, God of cricket, right? I know all of you have a potential to become God of anything. Okay, I have confidence in my students. You must have a confidence. You all have the confidence, right? There are many alumni of ours who are master in this field. Okay, their own fields. So this is a very important clipping. I liked it, so I thought I'd discuss with all of you, which gives you a very strong lesson. So Brad was so excited. I took Sachin Tendulkar wicket. Then he took a photograph of that wicket. The photograph, whatever was captured, went to Sachin Tendulkar in the evening, asked for an autograph. Sir, I'm a great fan of yours. Can I have autograph on this photo? And photo was captured and Sachin was out. So smiled at him and said, before giving autograph, he wrote, encounters for each other. 45 matches. Never Brad Hogg took Sachin Tendulkar's wicket after that. This is what is commitment. This is what is practice. Imagine someone writing with a great confidence, it will not never happen again. He is pre-committing. It is cricket, my dear friends. Anybody can be out by any small bowler. commitment that he had. Can you imagine the kind of practice he did for a fellow like Brad Hawk? Right? And that is the kind of commitment, that is the kind of practice, that is the kind of dedication that we expect from all of you from today. And even from all of you from today till December. Take this. This example is not just for them. It's also for you. Yes or no? It's not yes or no? Okay. Right? So what if at times I encountered in the international matches, I'm talking only about international matches, never Brad Hawk took Sachin Tendulkar's and pre-committing himself. In a small, or write it in your mobile notes, what is the salary that you want to crack, and keep it confidential to yourself. And where you achieve, come to my cabin and show me, sir, on 28th September 2024 at 1:15, I wrote this in my notes and I have achieved it. Then you can be compared with Sachin Tendulkar. With this note, yes. That's what I expect from my students. Being students is very easy, my dear friends. Being at the other side is very tough. Right? So, we carry a lot of energy from all of you. Any student coming to my cabin with the sweets and all, later hugging us, touching our feet, that day, we celebrate. Right? We celebrate it because we are able to see success in our eyes. And we would like to celebrate this day, this kind of achievement in everybody's life. And this is what is a commitment that you are going to give it to us and your parents today on 28th September in this particular program. So at last, I request all the students in the hall, stand up for a while. You've been sitting for long. Let's have a great round of applause for your parents. Thank you for being here. Once again, we wish you well to your leader what you want to be. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your insightful words and guidance. We are all inspired and look forward to what lies ahead. Indeed, that was a great encouragement and the motivation for everyone, especially the learnings which you gave from the video that is coming. Thank you, sir.
You're born to succeed, but success requires a strategy. You must plan for it, prepare for it, but most importantly, you need to believe in it. Today, we take a moment to recognize the incredible talent of the position holders at AIMS IBS, who have faced numerous challenges and obstacles along the way. Their achievements are the testament to their unwavering dedication and perseverance, which have led them to emerge as a true champion.
It is my privilege to invite Dr. Ravichandra Reddy, Professor and Dean Academics, to the stage for announcing the award winners of this outstanding MBA students.
So thank you, Kurpa and Richard. So good afternoon once again to everyone. So respected dignitaries on the dais, my parents, and my dear students. And I feel honored to call the names of the award winners of your seniors and your super seniors in the last 1 year. And one thing I want to share that yesterday we got the results of first and third semesters of MBA. So they have given the tremendous results for AIMS IBS. So coming in particular, a trial period of 224 students, some 75% of the students have scored more than 7.5 GPA. The first time in AIMS IBS, and on the bellwethers also, They have done extremely well. I wish you all the best for your great success. So now, I request all the come forward to receive the honors, and I request our chief guest to do please the honors. And going with the sports events, first I call Bonashri of the Trailblazers for winning the chess girls competition. Bonashri, so I request all the students to please come early to receive the gown. Bonashri, winner of the chess girls competition. Next, Krupa, the runner. Krupa runner, the chess girls competition from the Trailblazers. Next, from chess boys, I call upon Prince of Belveders. Prince of Belveders. Prince of Belveders for winning the competition of chess boys, and the runner is Shilar Swami of Trailblazers. Prince of Belveders for medal in chess boys competition. And next we have Shilar Swami of Trailblazers, the silver medal and the certificate. Next, Karen girls singles. We have Revati of Belveders. Karen girls singles, Revati of Belveders. And runner is Ganani HK of Trailblazers. Revati of Belveders for the winner in the Karen girls singles. And next is Ganani HK, the runner of the Trailblazers group. Ganani of Trailblazers in the runner. Next, Karen girls doubles, Bhavna Mahesh and Anaga Naik of Trailblazers. Bhavna and Anaga Naik of Trailblazers. So they are in the curve girls doubles winner. And the runners are Niteshri and Soumya Gill of Trailblazers. They are the winners, Anaga and Bhavna of Karen girls doubles. And the runners are the Niteshri and Soumya Gill of the Trailblazers. The Karen boys singles, we have Prince of Belveders. Prince of Belveders. Karen boys singles, we have Prince of Belveders. Next, we have Karen boys doubles winner Prince and Tigers. Karen boys doubles Prince and Tigers. And runners are Sheffield and Sudarshan. Runners Sheffield and Sudarshan. Next, coming to Ludo girls, winner is Rupali of Trailblazers. Rupali of Trailblazers. And runner is Revati of Belveders. Revati of Belveders.
Check ಮಾಡಿ correct ಆಗಿತ್ತು.
Ludo boys, Shishikar Swami as the winner of Trailblazers. Shishikar Swami. Revati DC of Belveders in the runner category of the Ludo girls. Next, Ludo boys, we have Shishikar Swami winner. Shishikar Swami, winners, Ludo boys category. And table tennis girls, winners of Belveders. Please have a great round of applause, guys. Revati from Belveders, from table tennis girls, and runner is Belveders, Revati and Sneha Sahu. Sneha Sahu and Revati missing table tennis girls doubles winners. Here are your superheroes. Revati and Sneha Sahu. Bhavana and Jyoti. Trial is runners. Bhavana and Jyoti.
क्या कर रहा है इधर थोड़ा आपके लोग को डाइनिंग हॉल में जाना है तो वो फैन नहीं चल रहा है बोला है ना
Bhavana and Jyoti from trial pages minus category.
आओ थोड़ा इधर ऊपर में जाके क्या
And table tennis boys single.
हो गया
Winner
ठीक है आओ थोड़ा में
winner is Daniel from Belveders. Daniel from the Belveders. And table tennis boys doubles winner Prince and Tigers. Table tennis boys doubles winners and Tigers of and runners Naresh and Daniel of Belveders. The golden boy of Belveders and IBS is a Prince John Daniel. And runners are Naresh and Daniel.
ये मेरा है केवल मेरा नहीं है ये और ये थोड़ा देखो ये
And badminton girls singles.
उसको लेना पड़ेगा इतना अंदर आ जाऊंगा
Runner goes
ज़्यादा
to
टाइम नहीं
Jyoti.
रुकेगा आता हूँ
Runners goes to Jyoti of trial pages. Badminton girls, runner Jyoti, and the medal and certificate. Winners, Samar from trial pages.
कंट्रोल में बैठा के दूंगा सर आ रहा है डाइनिंग में हाँ
Badminton boys doubles winners, Samarth and Richard. Next, badminton boys winners, trial pages, Samarth and Richard. And the runners are Prince and Tiger from Belveders. Runners are Prince and Titus from Belveders.
हेलो हेलो कंट्रोल रूम में आओ तो
The shot put girls, runner Sri Lakshmi of trial pages. And shot put boys from trial pages.
दिन के मिलता ही नहीं
Darwin from trial pages.
उधर बैठेगा तो उधर मैच करते मिलता है
पीछे पीछे किधर गए
डाइनिंग
क्यों
कैंटीन का
तुम्हें
मुझे बुला दिया इधर
Daniel
इधर आ रहे हैं
from trial pages, shot put boys. I call upon Naresh from Belveders to take the copy of medal for runners in table tennis.
उस दिन क्या हुआ रात को
Naresh.
2-3 बजे होगा। मैं सुबह के रूम का सामने कपड़ा का है, उधर बैठा है आराम से, सब बैठा कपड़ा के ऊपर बांध के रखा ना, उधर बैठा थोड़ा थोड़ा आँख लगा। देख के मैं बैठा आराम से।
And the runner is Manchu Parkaway from trial places.
हवा में नहीं, हवा कर गई।
Trial places.
किधर गया तुम लोग?
And 100 meters relay girls winners trial places.
रूम का अंदर होगा, खोलो देखेंगे बोलो। रूम में
Banavi, Rakshita, Jyoti and Upa.
गया जाके देखा तो पीछे खिड़की है ना, खिड़की खुल के बांध के
With a trophy and certificate. And runners Neha, Bhavana, Vani and Manchu
मुझे क्या
Parkaway.
मालूम है?
वो तो आदमी बाहर
And winners from 100 meters relay girls competition. And the runners from 100 meters trial places.
नहीं,
नेहा,
वो तो आदमी
भावना,
नहीं कर कपल को
वाणी
चुपके
and
छोड़
Manchu
डाल रहा,
Parkaway.
तुम्हें क्यों ऐसा कर रहे हो?
The runners certificate.
क्या देखने
मेरे को भी छोड़ता नहीं तो एक बार बाथरूम के पास तुमको क्या किया तो
And 100 meters boys.
एक बार दरवाजे का
Runner Somesh from trial places.
पता है मैं क्या किया इसके बाद ऐसा ऐसा करता
Runners Somesh from trial places.
मालूम नहीं वो सभी।
तुमको तो छुपा के रखा मैं दरवाजा का इधर दरवाजा खोल के ना ना ये नहीं ला गया ना
100 meters running. Runner is Somesh from trial places.
क्या करना
क्या करना
And 100 meters and relay boys winner the trial places. I call upon Mundan, Kariyappa, Darshan and Vasu.
ऑफिस में रहो चलेगा
100 meters relay boys. Mundan, Kariyappa, Darshan and Vasu. And the runners from Bellwethers, I call upon Abhay Kumar. They are the winners in 100 meters right from trial places. The trophy and certificate. And the runners is Abhay Kumar and team. Meters, relay runners or winners, Abhay Kumar and team from Bellwethers. Next we are swimming boys. Surya from trial places in 50 meters swimming boys. And the runner is Springs from Bellwethers. The winner is Surya from 50 meters boys swimming. Surya, and the runner is Prince John from Bellwethers. So again, golden boy with a silver medal. Next, swimming 25 meters, winner Anil Kumar from trial places. Winner Anil from trial places in swimming boys 25 meters category. The runner is Darshan S from trial places. Darshan, trial places, swimming 25 meters boys. And swimming girls, winner Ravi from trial places. Banavi, girls 25 meters swimming with a medal and certificate. And runner is Yashashwini from trial places. Yashashwini from trial places, runner. And throw ball girls winners. The trial players, I call upon Shema and team to come on the stage. Global girls, winners, Shema and team, like Shema, Pragati, Srilakshmi, Vishita, Danavi, Ritashni, Sanu, Yashashwini and Panchapatmani.
ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಮೇಲೆ ರೇಸಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಲೈಟಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಫುಲ್ ಅಭ್ಯಾಸ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ
They are the winners from the throwables category.
ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದು ಫುಲ್ ಸ್ವೆಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತೆ लाइटिंग्स इधर है ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ
हिंदी बोलिए सर क्या
नहीं अभी स्टेज के ऊपर बैठा है ना उसको पूरा गर्म लग रहा है थोड़ा कूल करना है थोड़ा एसी बढ़ाना
ऐसी बढ़ाना ठीक है
कम करना 17 18 ऐसे रख देना वो बोल देना उधर पूरा गर्म ही लग रहा है उधर
And the runners selected for the trial phases, Danavi, Jyoti, Anaga, Sneha, Medha, Rakshita and Krupa. The runners from the global girls category, Danavi and team, Danavi, Jyoti, Anaga, Sneha, Medha, Rakshita and Krupa. And throwball boys winners, trial players, I call upon Vignesh, Shudip, Rahul, Praveen, Darshan, Anil, Prabhukiran, Dhanush, Ganesh, Surya, Avilash and Vijay. They are throwball boys winners. And runners from Bellwethers, Rakshit and team. Rakshit and team. I call upon Rakshit, Tarun, Darshan, Shashank to please come on the stage to receive the certificates for runners in throwball boys category. Throwball boys runners, Rakshit and team. And from cricket boys winners, the trial players. Cricket boys winners, trial players. I call upon Sagar and team. Sagar, Ganesh, Mohan, Praveen, Prabhukiran, Manoj, Anil, Darshan, Rohit, Jaikid, Rakesh and Mohan. So they are from the cricket boys winners. And runners from Bellwethers, I call Prince and team. Runners, Prince and team to collect the certificates. Cricket runners, Prince and team. And cricket girls, winners, trial players, call upon Krupa, Ishita, Rakshita, Audrey, Bonashri, Nirmala and Sneha. So cricket girls, winners, Krupa and team. Second third prize in inter-college business quiz competition. Securing third prize.